There are storms, and then there are storms that shouldn't be survivable. In 1959, a man was swallowed whole by one of the most violent weather systems on Earth, inside an open cockpit. He was not in a sealed aircraft. He had no pressurized cabin, no ejection seat, no way to fight the sky, and yet, he came out the other side, alive. William Rankin was not a man easily frightened by the sky. A decorated Marine Corps combat pilot, he had flown through the teeth of World War II in Korea without flinching. By the summer of 1959, he was a test pilot, one of the best in the American military, routinely pushing aircraft to the edge of their engineering limits. On the evening of July 26th, he was flying a routine transit in an F-8 Crusader from South Weymouth, Massachusetts, to Beaufort, South Carolina. Routine. That word would not survive the next 40 minutes. The storm was already enormous. Rankin could see it ahead, a cumulonimbus reaching above 45,000 feet. He tried to climb over it. His aircraft wouldn't reach it. Then the engine failed. At 47,000 feet. Traveling at over 900 kilometers per hour, with no power and no options. He had one choice left: eject directly into the side of the storm. The moment he left the aircraft, the cloud took him. He was not falling. He was being lifted, dragged upward by updrafts so powerful they treated a grown man like a scrap of paper. At 47,000 feet, the temperature is around -50 degrees Celsius. Without a pressure suit, the human body begins to fail immediately. His hands and face began to freeze. His eyes swelled. His abdomen distended from explosive decompression, a condition so agonizing it can render a person unconscious in seconds. Lightning struck all around him, not nearby, around him, close enough that he could feel the electrical charge crawling across his skin. Hailstones the size of fists hammered his body. The updrafts and downdrafts played tug-of-war with him, lifting him, dropping him, lifting him again. He later described it as being inside a massive washing machine filled with wet concrete and electric current. And still, the cloud would not let him go. 40 minutes passed. 40 minutes inside the storm, an eternity measured in pain and confusion. Then the cloud released him. Gradually, impossibly, the darkness began to lighten. The updrafts weakened. He was descending. He landed in a tree in a North Carolina forest, battered, frostbitten, bleeding, and barely conscious. A passing truck driver found him on the roadside shortly after. Rankin was taken to the hospital. Against all medical expectation, he survived. Rankin recovered. He wrote a book about it, The Man Who Rode the Thunder. He returned to flying. Meteorologists studied his account for years afterward. What he described from inside the cloud matched, almost perfectly, the theoretical models of what a supercell looks like from within. No one before him had ever observed the interior of a cumulonimbus cloud from the inside, and lived to describe it in detail. He had, completely by accident, become the most unlikely meteorologist in history. Nature doesn't care how skilled you are, how experienced, how decorated. When the sky decides to show you what it can do, there is no negotiating. William Rankin didn't survive because he was the best. He survived because, for 40 minutes, the sky simply wasn't quite finished with him yet.